What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah? Jermaine Dupri, king of... You ask me, baby.
He was about 11, 12. He couldn't go with me when I go to the club, right? So them was outside the club, on the street, dancing for this nigga in a truck. And that nigga has been scarred ever since.
Exactly. I think Jermaine Dupri plays in that same team too. I don't care if he knocked Janet down. I think he's into little boys too.
Yeah.
You know the real reason why he had them little boys put their jeans on backwards.
I felt like there's other people who could look up and look at my situation and how I handled it, and maybe that they can use what Bow Wow did and implement that into their real life, and maybe that they can gain the courage to finally get over that. Yeah, man, it was a rough little ride, man. As a kid, I told my mama, man, I never want to go back over there again. I never want to see that in my life. I'm cool. Got on my shit.
Katt Williams is once again speaking out, this time alleging that Jermaine Dupri could be the Diddy 2.0. He suggests Dupri has a questionable history with mentoring young male artists like Kris Kross and Bow Wow. What's even more shocking is Dupri recently defended Diddy, backing him up amid all the troubling accusations surrounding him.
Some people are saying if the federal government is doing the raid, they must have something on him. You think he did it? You think he did anything illegal?
I don't buy it. I don't think so.
All right.
The situation gets even more intense as Bow Wow speaks out after a resurfaced video shows Jermaine Dupri bragging about allowing adult dancers around him when he was younger. Could Katt Williams have been warning us about Dupri and Diddy all along? Why were his claims dismissed, especially now that they might be true? Let's explore.
Like I told Puffy, I don't let men take me out, sir. I'm good.
For years, there have been rumors surrounding Jermaine Dupri's inappropriate behavior with young male artists he mentored, with the most troubling allegations targeting the late Chris Kelly of the hip-hop duo Kris Kross. Known for their hit songs and iconic backward pants, the duo skyrocketed to fame at a young age. Chris Mac Daddy Kelly and Chris Daddy Mac Smith were just 12 and 13 years old when Dupri discovered them in 1991.
The Bunch Middle School, right? And I would pick. Once I became close with them, they didn't want their mamas to pick them up no more. It was Jermaine pick us up from school.
Right.
I picked them up from school, and I picked them up from school one day, and this elementary school to me. And by the way, I ain't finished high school at all, so I don't know much about what was going on in high schools, but this is the elementary school.
Just a year after being discovered, Kris Kross was topping the charts with their massive hit Jump. Their success didn't end there. They went on to release 3 studio albums, all produced by Jermaine Dupri, each becoming a commercial hit. Dupri's talent for spotting and nurturing young talent was undeniable, and under his mentorship, Kris Kross not only became one of the biggest hip-hop acts of the early 90s, but also some of the youngest stars to dominate the music scene. However, the story takes a darker turn when Chris Mac Daddy Kelly tragically passed away from a drug overdose in 2013. Following his death, disturbing rumors began to surface, suggesting that Kris Kross may have been victims of predatory behavior from older men in the industry during their rise to fame. Some sources even speculated that Mac Daddy's struggles with substance abuse might have been a way for him to cope with the trauma he endured as a young star.
Chris, I always knew he was a true friend, you know? He wanted to see if I was all right, you know what I mean? So I just want to say I love you, man, and I'm gonna miss you dearly. You know, I could say Kris Kross forever, but I know without Chris, my life, it ain't gonna never be the same. But I just hope our legacy for hip hop is never forgotten.
After the tragic death of Chris Kelly, Jermaine took to social media to express his deep sorrow, sharing a heartfelt letter with fans. He referred to Chris as the son I never had, reflecting on their close bond. Jermaine explained that he had spent more time with Chris and his partner Chris Smith than almost anyone else in his life. which made the pain of his loss even more profound. He ended the letter by assuring Chris's legacy would never be forgotten, saying, "I will always love you, Chris, and I will never let the world forget you. May God bless your soul." However, during an appearance on Vlad TV in 2018, Jermaine's response to questions about Chris's passing raised eyebrows among fans. When Vlad asked about Chris's age at the time of his death, Jermaine seemed uncertain and couldn't provide a clear answer. This caught many by surprise, especially considering Chris's significant impact on Jermaine's career and the close relationship they shared, with Jermaine once describing him as a son. Fans found the response unusual and questioned his level of awareness about Chris's death.
All right.
Yeah.
And then one of the members passes.
No.
Not right after, but years later.
Yeah, years later.
He passes at a relatively young age. Was it 30-something?
Yeah, I think so.
Fans also noticed Jermaine's discomfort when Vlad asked if he had kept in touch with Chris over the years. Jermaine fidgeted and seemed uneasy, which raised suspicions among viewers. This reaction led fans to wonder if there were underlying issues or tensions between them that hadn't been publicly revealed.
Did you see that coming at all? Were you guys still in contact?
No, I didn't see that coming. We was in we had just did the 20th anniversary, so it was like we had just started, having much more dialogue about them going on tour and doing other things after the 20th anniversary.
Yeah, it was a tragedy.
Yeah, 100%.
It was a tragedy.
Jermaine's odd responses to questions about Chris Kelly sparked a lot of speculation among fans. People were particularly struck by his inability to recall Chris's exact age at the time of his death, and his discomfort when asked about keeping in touch. While there's no concrete evidence to suggest anything inappropriate happened, the rumors continued to circulate. In the wake of Chris Kelly's passing, fans revisited old interviews from the early 90s, when Chris Cross first gained fame. They noticed that Chris Kelly had once been vibrant, always smiling and full of energy. However, as time passed, a noticeable shift occurred. In later interviews, he appeared deeply changed, withdrawn, somber, and visibly burdened, leading fans to wonder what had happened behind the scenes.
Our schoolmates are still our friends, then the other half of our schoolmates are jealous, and then you have some of your schoolmates that are looking up to you saying that they want to be like you, and they're gonna start their own group and stuff like that. And will you help me out?
Years after Chris Kelly's death, rumors continued to circulate about Jermaine's involvement with Chris Cross or his possible ignorance of what others in the industry might have done. These persistent rumors eventually led Jermaine to address the allegations head-on. In a now-deleted Instagram post, a fan commented, recalling a lawsuit from 17 years ago that Chris Cross won, though it was kept private. The fan suggested that Jermaine might have been involved in some wrongdoing. Jermaine, clearly angered, responded angrily, saying, "You must be out of your effing mind. I should sue you for writing this disrespectful ish on my page. F out of here." Despite this strong reaction, Jermaine never pursued legal action against the fan, and the rumors lingered. The situation gained even more attention when a resurfaced video of comedian Katt Williams from years ago showed him freestyling and calling out Jermaine Dupri, along with other prominent figures like Diddy and Steve Harvey, referring to Jermaine as the king of PD files.
What's happening, Puff? I'll be back to you if JD ain't had enough. Yeah? Jermaine Dupri, king of the... You ask me, baby. Shit.
At the time, many dismissed Katt Williams' claims, and he was heavily criticized for dissing major figures like Diddy, Steve Harvey, and Jermaine. People weren't taking him seriously, but it seems Katt has finally been vindicated. As he predicted in his January 2024 Club Shet interview, the year would bring the truth to light, and it's looking like he was right all along. But how did Jermaine react when Katt called him out, accusing him of being a PD file? That's a serious accusation, one that most public figures would immediately take legal action over. Yet, Jermaine stayed completely silent. This was in stark contrast to his reaction when a fan on Instagram suggested he had done something wrong to Chris Cross, to which he angrily threatened legal action. However, when Katt Williams made the accusation, Jermaine didn't respond. Instead, out of nowhere, His protege Bow Wow stepped in to address the situation, which only fueled further speculation. For context, Bow Wow, who was just 3 years old when he started rapping for fun, had his big break in 1993 after catching the attention of Snoop Dogg. He was featured on Snoop's iconic Doggy Style album on the track G's and Hustlers, and even performed on the Arsenio Hall show at just 6 years old, making him an early star in the industry.
Tell him your name.
Bow Wow.
This is Bow Wow. Y'all hear that? Can y'all hear it? Yes. He's the future. He's a rapper too. He gonna drop and y'all go out and grab his stuff soon. We're gonna do this intro, okay? This is a comedian. You like comics? Yeah. Cool.
They never fool me and they do bits I like shit. They say they have a jumper, but booty do they get that fast? So it's daisy, it's crazy. Flock to the pain, to the grit, to the grave.
Things were going well for Bow Wow under Snoop Dogg's mentorship, but everything changed in 1998 when he crossed paths with Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine played a pivotal role in helping Bow Wow carve out his place in the music industry. However, there are darker rumors surrounding their connection. For years, speculation has swirled that Bow Wow's relationship with Jermaine exposed him to the industry's more troubling aspects. A resurfaced video featured a former security guard from New York's notorious Tunnel nightclub who made disturbing claims about Bow Wow's early career. According to the security guard, Bow Wow, still very young at the time, was allegedly taken advantage of by an older individual, adding to the ongoing rumors about the darker side of the entertainment world.
Hey, that big booty Puerto Rican chick from Newark, New Jersey, by Broad Street in the projects. You know who I'm talking about. You know what you did with Bow Wow. Why you gonna that little nigga? You know he was only 15, 16 when he came up in the. How you gonna do that to the man? And now he on BET about to marry a chick. You did him dirty.
If the bouncer's claims are true, Bow Wow would have already been under Jermaine Dupri's mentorship at that time. Jermaine had stepped in as a father figure for Bow Wow, who was raised by a single mother and had a strained relationship with his alcoholic father. In the 90s, there were also rumors suggesting that Bow Wow was allegedly taken advantage of by a male bodyguard, reportedly in Jermaine's limo. However, when Bow Wow was questioned about this during a 2018 Vlad TV interview, he strongly denied the rumors, calling them bogus and stating that he had no idea where such claims even originated from.
The one rumor that's always kind of lingered around that I don't think that you've ever addressed, and I just want to ask you flat out, there's been the crazy rumor that you got security guard.
That's crazy.
You've heard that before.
Yeah, that was like the first rumor that ever had came out. I'll never forget that Paris, France. I was in Paris coming back to the States, and I was going through the airport. I believe I was going to Philly. And I had to call into the radio station and just clear that shit. It never really, it never was really nothing crazy. Cause like I said, people gonna talk, people gonna make up stuff, people gonna say things. That's just a part of the game. You know what I mean? People have said the most craziest shit about people all the time. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't even know where that shit started from. I don't even know where that bogus even came from. So, but nah, I don't even really, I never really had to, that might be my fourth time ever really having to answer that question before. Yeah, nobody asked me that shit.
Right, because this was pre-internet? This was early in your career?
Yeah. That was the first rumor that ever started on me as me being famous. I'm I don't know what the okay. I'm all right.
Okay, that's a hell of a rumor, man.
Yeah.
Fans noticed that Bow Wow's body language during interviews often seemed to reveal more than his words, hinting at deeper issues he wasn't addressing. His ex-fiancée, Erica Mena, also subtly suggested that Bow Wow might have been a victim of something he didn't like to talk about. Erica claimed that Bow Wow mistreated her during their relationship and alluded to the fact that he had unresolved anger and trauma from his past. She mentioned that he had demons he needed to confront, urging him to seek help. This led many fans to speculate that the incidents involving Bow Wow at the Tunnel nightclub and with his bodyguard were not isolated, but part of a bigger pattern. Some now believe that Jermaine Dupri might have been the first to take advantage of Bow Wow, before allowing others to do the same. Bow Wow and Jermaine had a very public fallout. And in 2018, Bow Wow made things even more suspicious by tweeting, "Yo, Jermaine Dupri, if you don't answer my call, I'm going to tell the world that you," and leaving the statement unfinished but raising plenty of questions. To make matters even more troubling, a resurfaced video showed Jermaine talking about how he used to take Bow Wow to exotic clubs, where adult dancers would get close to him. Jermaine even joked that Bow Wow was permanently scarred by the experience. However, given the serious allegations surrounding Jermaine, there's nothing remotely humorous about these claims.
12. He couldn't go with me when I go to the club, right? So I leave Bow here at the studio.
Yo.
I tell him, you know what I mean, Bow, you gotta stay here, don't do nothing, don't fuck up the studio, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Play some video games, stay here. Nigga made a whole fuss about him saying how he ain't want to go and he just wanted to goddamn sit in the truck. I just sit outside while y'all in there. Nigga was going crazy, right? So I said, fuck it, we gonna take this nigga to the club. You gonna sit your ass in the truck while I go inside the strip club. Now I'm going to the strip hours. Nigga gonna sit, he wanna sit in the truck for hours. So I must have went to the bathroom while I'm in the strip club, and I had a girl dance with me, and it was a whole bunch of dancers. When I came out from the bathroom, they was all gone, right? Now, mind you, this was right when Bounce With Me had really just got going. So he had a little, you know, he was who he is. Dude, them strippers was outside the club, on the street, dancing for this nigga in a truck. Nigga was sitting in the truck. What they was doing, JD? He wasn't throwing no money. He wasn't throwing no money. And them girls was outside dancing around my truck for the nigga in the car. Yeah, that's funny. And that nigga has been, and that nigga has been scarred ever since.
Exactly. What?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't have shit to do with it.
Yes, you do. It was the girls. You was like, yo, Jenny, listen, you gotta look. Yes, you do, man.
Okay.
Like, cause
man,
look,
what's up, my G?
Cause look, you gotta think from like a younger dude perspective. It's like growing up in the hood, and you got that the homie that the big homie pulling up.
Look, that nigga. Look at Baller. Look what Baller wrote.
I can't
sugar and white chocolate. Yeah.
The fact that Jermaine Dupri shared the story of taking a young Bow Wow to an exotic club is already odd, but for him to laugh about it is even more unsettling. It paints a disturbing picture, especially considering Bow Wow's obvious lingering anger towards Jermaine. This tension is evident in Bow Wow's reactions whenever his former mentor is mentioned. In 2022, when fans asked Bow Wow which song he was most proud of, he replied with "I'm a Flirt," noting it was a track he wrote and released without Jermaine's involvement. He proudly mentioned that the song went #1 without Jermaine, and that he had to prove himself throughout his career, stating, "It was like Kobe winning without Shaq." He also revealed that Jermaine had once told him, "If you think you can do it without me, then do it." Bow Wow clearly took that as a challenge, which he believed he had won. When another fan praised the chemistry between Bow Wow and Jermaine in the studio, Bow Wow shot back, "Me and JD have no work chemistry. I ain't worked with that boy in years. He do him and I do me." Recently, Bow Wow opened up about their fallout during an appearance on Math Hoffa's podcast. He hinted that things went sour after Jermaine's So Def label signed a deal with Clive Davis's Arista. Bow Wow expected to be included in the new deal, but instead he found himself stuck with Columbia Records, as Jermaine never officially signed him to So Def. This betrayal seemed to be a pivotal moment in their strained relationship.
So when he left, I'm like, oh, now that I got older, I'm like, I get it. He couldn't take me contractually. I never was signed to this man. That's when I found out I never was signed to So Def. If I was going to Arista. But I belong to Tommy Mottola and Donnie Iron. They wouldn't let that happen.
There's more to the story, though. Jermaine Dupri is one of the few industry figures who publicly defends Diddy. Initially, Jermaine stayed silent, but when Diddy's homes were raided in March and the feds reportedly found tapes involving Diddy's celebrity friends, Jermaine was asked for his opinion. He became defensive, even suggesting that Diddy was being unfairly targeted by authorities, showing his loyalty despite the ongoing controversies surrounding Diddy.
I also want to ask you about everything happening to Diddy. Were you surprised when you heard about the raid?
Yeah, I was surprised about the raid, but I mean, I think that it's a foolish act that nothing happened. So it's like, why? I don't even understand all the commotion. You know?
Yeah, I mean, he's been sued a lot, but we don't know exactly what's going on.
Everybody Donald Trump gets sued every day. You know what I mean? So I just don't know. I don't know why they're making it so serious like this, because it seems like, you know, like I said, celebrities and people of power and money, they get sued all the time. It's not something that it's not the first time that this has ever happened.
Some people are saying if the federal government is doing the raid, they must have something on him. You think he did it? You think he did anything illegal?
I don't buy it. I don't think so.
All right.
After hearing all of this, one can't help but wonder if Diddy has some sort of leverage over Jermaine Dupri. Jermaine could have easily remained silent about the allegations surrounding Diddy, like many other celebrities. But instead, he chose to defend him. With all the rumors about Jermaine possibly being involved with Kris Kross and Bow Wow, fans are beginning to draw comparisons to what allegedly happened to Usher at Diddy's infamous Flavor Camp. Do you think Katt Williams tried to warn us only for everyone to dismiss him? Share your thoughts in the comments below and make sure you don't miss the next video.